The Fiery Furnaces, a sibling duo, defied expectations with their second album, Blueberry Boat, released in 2004. The band's unique sound, a blend of shambolic rock and arcane lyricism, was a far cry from the typical New York City rock scene of the early 2000s. With no knowledge of the success of their debut, they crafted an album that would stand out, a 75-minute rock opera inspired by The Who. But here's where it gets controversial. Matthew Friedberger, the older brother, had a contrarian view of the NYC music scene. He saw their music as a deliberate departure from the indie bands of the time, some of whom he dismissively compared to Christian rock. This attitude, while divisive, was a driving force behind their creative process. The band's success, however, was short-lived. Despite critical acclaim, they struggled to gain mainstream attention, and their popularity faded over time. Eleanor Friedberger's relationship with Alex Kapranos of Franz Ferdinand and their association with Rough Trade gave them a brief connection to the UK indie scene. But after a hiatus, they went their separate ways, with Eleanor releasing 4 acclaimed solo albums and Matthew experimenting with 7 solo albums, each played on a single instrument. And this is the part most people miss. The Fiery Furnaces were more than just a band. They were a dynamic duo with a complex sibling relationship. Their creative process was as much about their interactions as it was about the music. They had a reputation for prickly dynamics, but it was this tension that fueled their unique sound. When rehearsing, they often found themselves discussing family issues rather than music. In a recent reunion attempt, the band struggled to recreate their magic. Eleanor and Matthew's creative differences persisted, and they found it challenging to write new material. The band's live performances also evolved, with Eleanor embracing the intimacy of smaller shows, allowing for more freedom and connection with the audience. A thought-provoking question. Were the Fiery Furnaces ahead of their time? Or did they simply burn too bright, too fast? Their music remains a cult classic, beloved by those who discovered it, but largely overlooked by the mainstream. In an era where music is perpetually accessible, their disappearance from the spotlight is a rare and intriguing phenomenon. Perhaps their time has come again, as the music industry embraces more eccentric sounds. What do you think? Are the Fiery Furnaces due for a revival, or is their legacy best left as a fiery memory?